Hi all, welcome to Night Rips. And time to pull out 6 more packs of this, probably my last box of 1993 Top Stadium Club Series 2. And all the packs just slid to the bottom. You know, obviously I'm going to do this trying to finish up, at least get close to finishing up the 93 set. Hopefully I actually get it all finished. It's a big set. There's 750 cards in total. We've gotten all of Series 1. We've gotten all of Series 3. We're already missing less than 100 cards of Series 2. So less than 100 cards of the 300 card set. So let's get cracking. Obviously, I open a lot of stuff. And if you like this, I'm going to go ahead and take the time to invite you to join the channel by hitting that subscribe button right below there. And hitting the notify bell so you know what I put up. But we got 6 packs. Obviously, there's 14 cards per pack. We haven't found anything. There isn't very much in this set. You know, there is the first day issue. There is the Master Photo Redemption, which we can't redeem, but still kind of cool to get. And there is the Superstar Duo card. There's only 4 of that insert in this series. So I'm going to zoom in so we can take a look at these beautiful cards. We'll see what we can find. Almost forgot to not shut up, but oh, there's actually a lot of bend in this one. Hopefully that's one I already have, but we'll see. Now these are gorgeous cards. They are all base, except for those few that I did mention. That was one of the disadvantages of this set. Oh, there's John Smoltz, Member's Choice. Now the Member's Choice is one of the base cards. There's 10 per series. So that's still pretty cool. One of the triplets. But yeah, it really wasn't until really after this year when they really got into the, the insert sets. And there's those duos I mentioned. There's only 4. And 2 of them are, it's the same heading. It's Pacific Terrific. But we'll see which one we get. But on odds, we'll get 1 per box. It's 1 in 24 packs. There's Mike Piazza. Zane Smith with the Pirates. Again, these are good, pretty cards. And the nice thing is, whatever the day that they printed all these, they must have really filled the gold foil machine because I haven't seen any missing foil. Plus, there's been no bricking in these packs. It's nice and centered. This is probably the best looking Stadium Club I think I've ever ripped. Pack number 2. One of the things I will say, I'm glad I didn't have to open up much 1992 for you. That was the largest Stadium Club that was ever done. Total of 900 cards, and I've got them all. It's actually, beside 2021, it's the only year that I have the complete set. There's Dennis Eckersley. Of course, that's the Dennis Eckersley we all remember there with the Athletics. That's a nice sidearm relief pitcher. Talking about the fact that you actually this year you will find, I think it was Marlins and Rockies. Yeah, it was the Marlins and the Rockies. And so you will find Marlins and Rockies cards in this set because it was the year of the expansion. Eric Karros. Steve Buechele, which I actually pulled an autograph of Steve Buechele last year. There's Chuck Knobloch. I think he's actually one of the signers at the National this year. I don't remember. And if anybody is going to the National, I will be going there myself. Ping me in the comment section below. Let me know. I'd love to meet you. You can also check me out on Twitter. You know, I'm at Nightworks. I will be going, I might not go that last Sunday. I do have the 5-day pass, but I will be recording. I also have some special challenges that I'm going to do that I will go into a little bit more later. Here's another member's choice. This time we got Mark McGuire, one of the Bash brothers. And I mentioned the Florida Marlins being in here. Now, this would be the Florida Marlins, not the Miami Marlins, because that's what they were known as. But, you know, obviously 93 was their first year. And here's Scott, I don't know if it's Pose or Posey, in his Marlins gear. And this is funny. Right afterward, we now have the current manager of the Miami Marlins, Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly. That's kind of funny. Kind of all these years, they've just been sitting together, not realizing how closely they'll be tied. All right, talked about that first day issue. We haven't found any yet. There should only be one, but you know, basically they stamped on the first day up to 2,000 cards. Each one of the cards went to this day one stamp. Be curious to see which one. Hopefully it's not a checklist card. That would really, really suck. But it's possible. It's every card. Of course, now that I said it, I probably just jinxed myself. Ruben Sierra. Seen him in many uniforms. All right. So we're half done. 3 packs to go. See if we find anything. Did not find anything in the first strip of this. Fingers crossed in one of these last 3 packs. We're going to find one of the 3 things. Well, that wrapper just wanted to stay stuck to the whole pack, but we finally beat it in the submission. But yeah, I am one of the reasons. There are those 2 reasons I'm trying to knock out the low, or you know, the early years first. Is, well, number one, I already had a lot of it. But it also, you could still find a lot of this still unopened. Cecil Fielder. You know, as we move into the more latter years, until a few years ago, it gets harder and harder to find any unopened products. So I will end up finding it other ways, and I am going to end up having some of these will show some of the stuff that I got. Got some of that already planned. But, you know, knocking out these early years, the other problem was most of it's just base. They really didn't get into the inserts. You know, 94, you'll start seeing a little bit of the subsets, I call them. There is some insert cards. John Franco. But most of the time, it's going to be just base. Of course, that's what I'm trying to collect, is just the base. There's Pedro Martinez. Still when he was with the Dodgers, before going over to the Red Sox and becoming the Hall of Famer that he is. All right, next to last pack. So yeah, since it is just base, I want to try to knock out what's really I'm gonna call it the more boring stuff. You know, because obviously the inserts are kind of the cool stuff, even though I don't collect those. Paul Asemacher. But got to get through the hump first. So, and plus the other thing is the older years was just, the sets were just so large. John Smoltz, one other one, the triplet. You know, you look at year 1, 600 cards. Year 2, 900 cards. Year 3, 750 cards. These were monster sets. So getting through the big ones, because we are going to get, you know, early 2000s. I want to say that it was either 125 or 145 cards in those sets. And then obviously there was a few years that they actually didn't produce sets. But obviously we can't collect anything that they didn't produce. I have gotten a good chunk of 2008. But that's going to be one of those ones I'm going to talk about, because I haven't finished it. And it's going to be a very difficult finish. And we found nothing. There's Luis Salazar. Found nothing in that one. Not even Members' Choice. We only found a couple of the Members' Choice cards. So if we got anything, it's going to be in this pack. So fingers crossed we find something, or else we know, at least in the next two rips, well, next two rips we're going to find everything. The only thing I'm hoping is that we don't, everything happens in that last rip. I guess it's better than in the first rip, because then it's like, okay, why am I watching the rest of these? It's another one of those Florida Marlins, Darrell Whitmore. Nice, cool William Suro. Can't tell. I don't know why he's. I mean, what's happening is he's getting slid into. But yeah, I'm not seeing a ball or anything. I don't know. Interesting look. Of course, there's move on. This is the reason I do like this. Is these cool action shots. Of course, I also like those cool shots when they're standing in like polo in the middle of who knows where. Oh, wait a minute. We got ourselves a winner card. So I did mention that one of the things that you find in these are the Master Photo redemption cards. They are 1 per 24 packs. Interesting thing would be who's on the front. So these are just little, it's a little mini version of the Masterworks photo. Fortunately, we will get a Masterworks photo at the bottom of the box. But who was the one? Who did we win in this one? Oh, that's a nice win too. Get a standout for the Nolan Ryan Express. Very cool. Of course, all it is, you would have gotten I think it's a 5x7 or something of this photo. You would end up getting 4. And obviously it would tell you on the back. I don't remember who the 4 would be. Let's see. Oh, this would have been a nice one. Actually, you got 3. This would have been a nice one. You could either have got Nolan Ryan, well, you would have gotten all 3 of these. Nolan Ryan, Ricky Henderson, and Will Clark. Wow, that'd been a nice one to pull. But all we can live with is this redemption that we can never redeem. Nice, cool little mini of a Masterwork photo. But we'll put him on a stand because it is Nolan Ryan. So that's one of the 3 finds that we're looking for. We still got 2 more to go. Obviously, we got our first day issue, and we have the Superstar Duo. But we'll enjoy these base cards all the same because this is such a pretty set. There's Kurt Schilling. Who's he with at that point? Can't really honestly tell. He's with the Phillies. Okay. I mean, there was like nothing on his uniform that would tell me what team he was, other than he was red. Brian Barnes. There's Kevin Tapani. And the crime dog, Fred McGriff, there when he was with San Diego. And he started with the Orioles. Oh, not Orioles, my bad. The Blue Jays. Went to San Diego. Obviously, he ended up with the Braves. He ended up with the Devil Rays. A couple other teams I can't remember off the top of my head, but definitely a fun one, and I actually got to watch him right at the end of his career. So that's it. Another rip of 93. I'm not collating all these and telling you how close I am to the end until I'm done with all 4 of these rips. But I still invite you to join us. Enjoy this trip because it's a lot of cards. I've pulled over 4,000 Top Stadium Club. But the scary thing is that I have way over 4,000 more to go. So it's going to be a long journey. And with that, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to join that journey with me. And hit that notify bell to know when I put stuff up. Also, if you have any comments, drop in the comment section below and hit a thumbs up on the video. Because if not, I'm going to sick Nolan Ryan on you. Appreciate taking the time watching another interesting rip. Definitely stuff, cards that are almost 30 years old. Probably stuff that a lot of people have never seen. But definitely a lot of fun. This is the historic nostalgia of baseball. Appreciate taking the time, and until next time, bye now.